This is my first update for my Project Pan Roulette. I'm doing this alongside two other girls here on YouTube. I'll link both of them down in the description box. There's Laura and also Emily. So go over and check them out in case you haven't seen their channel before. But this was a roulette, so I drew product categories out of a bag, and then I chose the products afterwards. So I do have more than 10, but I'm just looking to finish off 10 of them. So this first item here, this is the Too Faced Face Powder. It has a really long name. It's called the Skin Balancing Flexible Coverage Foundation Powder. Has the SPF of 15. This one's in the shade Vanilla Creme. You can see here before I just had pan around this circle area. It's widened just a little bit, but it's so thin that it's starting to flake off, so I have to be very careful with the brush that I use, and I just have to dab it gently in there when I'm using it. But I do have a little bit of progress. I'm trying to work on this area over here so I don't flake any extra pieces off, but that is what the powder looks like so far. I also have my MAC eyebrow pencil. This one's in the shade Stud. I can't really show you my progress on this one because it's one of those where if you twist it up, it won't twist back down. I did have somebody suggest for me to use this as an eyeliner. I tried it once and because I thought that was a genius idea. It's a really deep, kind of rich brown color. You can see right there. But it is so rough. It feels really soft when it's applied to my eyebrows, but when it's on the skin, like especially around the eyes, oh my goodness, it hurts so bad. So this one is just gonna have to be used solely for the outer tail area of my brows, and it's just gonna keep going until it runs out. I can't use it all over my brows because it's just it's a little too dark and a little too warm. I did have an eyeshadow in this project. I chose one out of this Bare Minerals duo here. I was under the impression that these eyeshadows each had a gram of product, but I think it's 1 gram collectively. So I'm just focusing on this shade over here, and there's a ton of progress in this. You can see there, hopefully, but this is the most beautiful kind of face highlight shade. It's gorgeous. I've been using this all over the face as a highlight. I'll put a little teeny bit on like my collarbone area, you know, under the brow, down the center of the face, cheekbones, inner corner of the eye, as well as using it as an eyeshadow. I'll use it with this big kind of fluffy brush. This is the setting brush from Real Techniques, and I just hold it at a certain angle, so every time that I dab in here, there's powder that gets all over on the edges. You can kind of see it's a little messy in here. It just drives me nuts when there's powder all over it. So I wiped it off before this video. I wiped off this black part here and I accidentally bumped into that gold shadow, but I'm just focusing on this one here. As soon as this is finished, then I'll call it quits with this. But I'm really excited about this, and this shade is beautiful. That is a swatch of it there. You can have it really subtle or you can build it up a little bit with this brush. I think this brush here is quite perfect to use with it, so that is a swatch of it. Did I even tell you the name? This is in the shade Mixologist, so there was that eyeshadow. I did have a tragedy a couple nights ago. I posted it on Instagram. I don't know if you follow me on there or not, but I had just marked my Katy Perry Killer Queen Rollerball perfume. I was right here when I started and I had gotten down to there and it knocked off of my counter and landed on the tile and busted, went everywhere. The bathroom area smells great, but there's glass all over. I cleaned it up, but I'm really bummed about this. I really enjoyed this fragrance, and I was really hoping that it would be able to be moved out quickly, but I decided I would toss in a couple little mini fragrances to replace it. This first one, this is the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black perfume, and I am already, you know, right to there. So I thought with combining these two, it would kind of equal out the same amount of perfume that was in this. But anyway, initially this Elizabeth and James perfume here has 0.25 fluid ounces, and then this one, this is the Clinique Happy fragrance, and this one has 0.14 fluid ounces, and I'm pretty close to the top on this one. You can see there. So I'm adding both of these in to replace that one. This is kind of a strange product. This is the Balm's Staniac, and when I started, I think I had only swatched it on my hand in the Birchbox unboxing video, and I'd tried it on the lips once. But I got down to here, and I only used this probably 4 or 5 times, and I'm already down to there. So you can see I put a mark up here even though some of this is empty because I do have some trapped up at the top that I can't get out until I take the stopper out. So I'm just marking it at this point even though some of it is further down, if that makes sense. But this makes my lips feel numb. Has anybody else experienced that? I did find a way that I can wear this. I've been layering it with a couple of these other items, and I'll talk about that in a second, but man, this is a strange product. I haven't tried it out on the cheeks yet. I'm not a big fan of like cream blushes or anything, and using a stain on my cheeks kind of freaks me out a little, so I'll just keep using this on my lips and I'm sure it'll be gone shortly. I have the Dior Fluid Stick in Kiss Me, and when I started I was at that top line there and I'm down to that bottom one. You're probably, oh, you might be able to see the separation in the gloss there. Can you see that? It's just right above my nail right there. It's really hard to see though. I'm really sad that this is almost gone, but I've loved this to death. It just needs to be used up so I can repurchase it. I don't want it hanging around for too long. This is gorgeous. I love this kind of lip gloss lipstick hybrid because it's not drying like a long-wearing lipstick, but it's still glossy, and it's almost like a gel filling on the lips. It's the coolest thing ever. It stays on the lips for a really long time for me, so I've been really happy with wearing this. I haven't worn it a ton, but I've really been enjoying the times that I have worn it in the past 2 weeks, so that's my progress on there. I also had the Suave Professionals Visible Glow Self-Tanning Body Lotion. This is for fair to medium skin tones. Man, this has been a struggle using this. I've been a trooper though. When I apply this to my skin, it just leaves this very strange scent. You know, that self-tanner kind of scent. I have just been applying this to my legs. I think I applied it 4 or 5 times. But I'll apply it at nighttime, I'll wake up in the morning, shower it off, and the scent's gone. So I started up here at the top. I got down to there. I'm really happy about that. I think I used this 4 times, actually, so that's about 4 uses for my legs. I do have really long legs, but I definitely won't be using this on my upper body. I don't like the color as much. I've noticed that if I do it 2 days in a row, I'm okay with the color. It's not as patchy, but I think this wears off in a funky way, so it's never wearing off evenly. Once this is gone, I'm never purchasing this ever again, so I would just stay away from this if you were thinking about purchasing it. Then I had a couple products that I was measuring on a piece of paper. This first one, this is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Binge. And this is what this pencil looks like. I have my little notebook here, so you can see that top line is where I started and the purple line is where I'm at currently. So pretty nice progress. I've noticed that this liner, I do have to use this only on my upper lash line. It doesn't stay in my waterline very well, but I'll have to sharpen this after probably every other or every 3rd time that I use this. So it seems to go pretty quick. It's a very soft pencil. I don't really have a problem with pencils like this because I'll run them from the very outside edge all the way into the inner corner of my eye, and I'll have to go over like 2 or 3 passes to make the line opaque. But I'll either wear this with like a brown eyeshadow. I've noticed it's really pretty with greens and purples, so I've actually really been enjoying this, and it hasn't been as bad as I thought that it would be. So I also had the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in Ozone, and this has been really easy to use. It's clear and it'll go with anything. So I've been using this one with the Staniac. I've noticed the Staniac is almost patchy on my lips unless I use this lip liner. So this has just been a really nice combination for me. Let me show you where I'm at on the paper. Okay, so you can see there, that top black line is where I started, and I got down to that purple line. So I'm really happy with the progress on this. I could probably even make a little bit more progress than I did. So I'm gonna try and use this every single day this next 2 weeks and see what the line looks like then. But like I said, I've been enjoying it. No problems with this one. I know that the full size is a lot fatter of a pencil, and you definitely wouldn't go through it as quickly as I've been going through this. So I would consider it in the full size, but probably nothing that I would run out and repurchase when I'm finished with this. Last up on this front page is the LOC and Tati collaboration eye pencil. This one is the One and Done shadow stick in the shade On Point. It's a gorgeous shade. I love it. It's like a taupey champagne with like a little bit of sparkly pieces in there. But this sucker, look how far down I am on this. And I just found out the size that this was when I received it in Birchbox is the full size. I thought it was a half size, like a deluxe size product. That was the full size. There's no way that I would purchase this in the full size or purchase it from Birchbox in the future when I finish this up, just because it's going so quickly. I use this on my eyes every single day and I'm already down to there. It's been 2 weeks. I'm kind of frustrated with this. It's such a soft product that I'll apply it to my eyelids and then I can apply it to one eyelid the next day and then I'll have to sharpen it. So it's kind of frustrating, but let me show you on the paper here. That is the progress markings for the shadow stick. It probably won't be finished off next time, but maybe around the 6-week mark it might be. So there's that. Next up is the baby lips. The Maybelline Baby Lips. This one's in the shade Oh Orchid. It's just kind of like a lavender pinky shade, and I'm gonna start focusing on this one a little bit more the next 2 weeks. So I started right up there at the intro video and I made it down to that point right there. So you can see that is where I'm currently at. I really like this product. I've been pairing this with the lipstick that's in this project that I'll be talking about in a second, but it's a really nice shade. It's really easy. I don't need a mirror to apply it, so it's been going well. Then I had the MAC lipstick in syrup, and let me show you here. I used to really enjoy this lipstick, but I don't know. I kind of fell out of love with that kind of mauve-y toned shade. It's just not my favorite on me. This is where I'm at currently in this lipstick. It's a luster, so it's not drying. It doesn't stay on the lips for an extremely long time. It does transfer onto pretty much anything that my lips touch to, like a straw or, you know, I do use like a little hand mod frequently throughout the day, so anything that I'm drinking or eating, it transfers off. The black line at the top is where I was at the intro video, and the purple line is where I'm at currently. It's really hard to hold this up next to the paper, so that's where I'm at. That's my progress markings since the last update. And then with my MAC Opulash, I've just kind of been using this as a primer. I'll put it down before I put other mascaras. I don't like this one as much on the bottom lashes because I feel like the brush is so huge. Like, this is a huge wand and I feel like I get mascara everywhere underneath my eye area. So I usually just keep this on the top lashes. On the weekends, if I'm not going out anywhere, I'll just layer this up on the lashes to kind of use up a little bit more product. But anyway, that is my update so far. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.